I don't know what I'm doing. Welcome to Celeste. Again. Chapter 5. I mean, stream number 2. Whatever, I'm wasting time again. Let's just go to it. So, last time I just did chapter 3. And missed one berry. In a place I don't remember where exactly it is, but well, I guess I'll just throw it to my own time because I don't believe it's that important. Clement tip. Low energy in a pinch. Jumping away from walls doesn't consume stamina. Yes and no. I mean, if you're grabbing something and you start to jump, you can see that you're getting low on stamina like right away, but no. Look if I just grab and don't move anything. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I lose stamina over time. And this is the mechanic from this godforsaken place. The clouds. Don't press anything. Low jump. First jump. As you are in the bottom part of the cloud when it's going up, and it will throw you far, far into the sky. Now, I'll be honest, I don't remember any of the secrets in this place. Any of them. So I might be prone to just throw myself off a cliff trying to get some stuff. Hello. Didn't mean to scare you, just wanted to say hello. Oh, bridge. Maybe that's the golden bridge. Something secret here. Didn't remember it. Just looking to search any suspicious places. That nook at the top looks suspicious, but I cannot just... Oh great, you again. Well. I didn't expect to see you up here. I'm glad you're still in one piece. You see you made it through Telltale. Did you meet Mr. Hojiro? Oh, I met him alright. He chased me out of there after I cleaned up a bunch of junk for him. That sounds like a fun morning. Hojiro is a lost soul, dear. That place is much more than just a hotel to him. Don't make him your project. You know what I think? I think this mountain drove both of you crazy. You know, you're not the first person to say that. Maybe you're right. How will I know if I were crazy? The way I see it, the water can bring out anything that isn't already in you. But you gotta be a few growths shorter from other to live up here in the first place, huh? Right? What are you even talking about? I'm just rambling like an old bat I am. Like the old bat I am. Are you ready to give up? I know a shortcut back to your car. Back off, lady. I'm heading for the summit. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between stubbornness and determination, isn't it? You remind me of my old self when I was young. Good luck, I mind the wind. Oh yeah, I will mind the wind. You don't get many visitors up here, do you? No, I can't say I do. I don't mind the solitude though. Sometimes I think I should live in solitude too. I really tried to get through to Mr. Oshiro, but I wanted to help him. Ajira needs to move on from that hotel. It's not going to happen on your schedule. And it doesn't help that you got something to prove. Then you get lonely in that cabin? I have friends, yeah. I may be crazy, but I'm not a hermit. Sorry, I didn't mean to assume. When I was younger, I couldn't imagine staying in one place for this long. But then I found this mountain. I knew right away that it will be my home. What's so special about it? The mountain shows you who you really are, whether you are ready for it or not. It keeps me honest. I truly don't remember reading that part. Maybe I just forgot when I was playing this game that if you talk to people a lot of times, they will just... well, give you dialogue until there's no more. Remember when she said, "Mind the wind"? Yeah, she was kidding about that. The main mechanic of this place will be just facing the wind, facing adversity, I guess. Because everything in this game is both obvious and not so obvious allegory for mental health and issues. So, for example, anxiety. How do you think anxiety will show itself? As a person who is always being like very flirty and taking you away from danger and always being like, I'm going just to protect you and stuff. Well, kinda, yeah, that's how it will just show in this game. It's like how battling, as we call it, you know, the dark side of Madeline is shown as a antagonist. This is the second mechanic of this place. Bubbles. Yeah, bubbles. They will serve as a dodge that doesn't consume a dodge. It's shorter though, and it will replenish your dash if you use them. Oh, and you can dash basically in every single direction, yeah, counting. Yeah! Well, I'm saying, I don't know. So there's 2 new mechanics in this place. 3, counting the clouds, which I just forgot. 4, now you see that the clouds are not all built the same. Pink clouds will disappear upon use. So you can see already how this place might be a little more challenging than the rest. Just a little bit. But no issue. I mean, I already won't beat this game. It will be not hard at all to do it again. Will it? It will. There you go. There you go. But I am not phased at all. I mean, I'm supposed to take lessons for this game, and this game is teaching me, yeah, everything might be hard. It might even make you feel like you're not going to maybe get to your goal. But it's not about just getting to your goal. It's all about the journey, facing yourself, facing the things that make you scared, giving a try at least. You know? Is it that why I started streaming? Challenging myself, learn new things. It's been a journey, but it's been a fun journey. It's never been about being the best or even make this a profession. Easy. Oh my god, it was so impossible before. I always just brought this up because, well, I feel like a lot of people just think that I should be this and I should aim for making the stuff everyone wants, you know, the clickbait. Hello bros, how are you? Today we are going to play Celeste. You know, I could keep that right, just to mock the soulless form of content many people fall into, just to make stuff one call interesting because they have to adapt and follow the general rules of how content is made. Like, I get it. I understand why many people use it, and many people do it. And many people is like that, but you know, it's obvious that not everyone is like a copycat, couple, PewDiePie, or Markiplier, or every single big guy that's around there. I want to like this. This guy who delves into dark topics and is always free to talk about how he feels like shit today or something like that. And I believe that's been part of my charm. I mean, I'm a guy that plays video game. I am not trying to be like a celebrity with a perfect life. I'm going to just go to France next day and be like, oh yeah, you know bros, this is like super normal. You know, I got this designer made clothes. This stuff that is just super normal. Life is super easy, bros. These parodies of human beings are just so soulless, so... I feel like they're super hard to even look at and feel good looking at them. I mean, can you look at someone who is always telling you, oh, this is my life, it's super good, and your life is shit? I won't be feeling good about that. But many people also look at people who try to make their life look like shit, so they can feel a little better about themselves. I get that, but sometimes I don't get it. Like, it's super toxic. Just think about it. Think about what are you truly doing. You are watching people trying to put them down so you can feel a little better about yourself because you're scared of how you truly feel about yourself and you want to feel like other people had it worse so you can feel a little better about your situation. I don't believe that is how it should be. It should be people just being people. If we all were a little more honest about ourselves, maybe we could be less fake, and that will lead to a world where we can all be a little happier about who we are, but we are not pretending to be like this super celebrity. Oh, wait, why did it just close now? Why didn't it close before? I didn't get anything there. Stupid wall. What I'm trying to say is that if we all try to pretend to be people that we are not, to fit in a society that is all about people pretending to be people that is not real, and then we all just fall into the same trick and making everyone just feel a little bad about themselves because no one really exists in that bubble of fakeness. But then we all feel like shit because we cannot be the people that we are trying to pretend to be and thinking that exists because other people pretend that exists, and we just follow this horrible cycle of we should be a little more like this because it's normal when it's not really normal because no one is like that and it's everyone just pretending to be something that is not really real. Does it make sense? I think it makes sense. I mean, it doesn't make sense that people do it. It just makes sense that it's how I'm trying to explain it. That we just fell into this Truman show where we are the Truman of our own making, if that makes any sense. Trying to fabricate this life so we can fit in a society of people that fabricated their own lives, so they can fit with other people that fabricated their own lives. And this ends up being so horrible, stupid. At least they know which people will just be like, I'm stupid and proud, or something like that, you know, like it's SpongeBob. If you're going to take anything from that show, it's being yourself and making Krabby Patties. I know there's a way to... Yeah, I am trying this. It takes forever, but there is a way to... Okay, not now. Maybe when I do it dashless, there is a way to jump off spikes. Because there is a like tiny hitbox. Tiny hitbox. It is like a small climbable part though. But there is no reason for me to do that when I just can grab this platform and go up. Look, I am not making myself grow a freaking ulcer in my stomach. Don't think I can see you. Oh, is this... You know, a lot of people might not even know what this is, but look at it. Look at it. And I cannot get there. Oh, poor me. I mean, probably I can if I use some kind of wall dodge. But this is from Mario Bros 3. In the game, it also happens the same. If you stand on the platform, a wet platform, and press down, you can get into the background. And that's how you're supposed to get this start. Unless you're trying this to go into the world of Google and YouTube to get the solution. I felt so proud when I did. But then I felt old. What am I doing? There you go. How many berries are this place? Oh right, he always told me about how many berries I should have at the end of the stage. They even need to... Yeah, I knew it. I'm not trying just to get there without just using grab or something. It's much more fun like that. Showing a little skill and then showing an item too crazy to to try some stuff like that. Oh, you want to get out? Okay. My puppy always want to get somewhere. Maybe they're also trying to tell me this gameplay mechanic that you should try to use adversity in your favor somehow, or something like that. Like the typical, oh, use the weight of your opponent against your opponent. It should make them feel dumb or something because you are not thinking smart. Maybe I should press up instead of diagonal and get more height that way. Nope. And now my puppy gets. Just wait. Just wait. No, she doesn't. You want? Okay, okay. Yes, there's nothing to it here. She always just climbs because she wants to see if there have anything to eat in my desk, and then just climbs down and it's like, there's nothing here. Like, no, there's nothing here. There's... Be careful with not falling, okay? And then she leaves. That's how my puppy is. Oh, yeah, maybe I was a big sloth. Or two. There you go. Oops. No! No! I know I'm distracted. Okay, stop distracting stuff. This is not a hard level. You're not even a fourth through the game. Well, normal ending, yeah. True ending, no. DLC ending, even less. What did I used to? I am not in the mood to get impaled by ice spikes. Ever. I'm just trying to say that I don't like or appreciate being left. Made into a popsicle. Why do I always forget how to do this stuff? How do I double dodge in real life? I don't know, I just suffer. There you go. I don't know if that was even the intended way, but who cares? If you get the job done, is anyone there in like any right to say that you didn't deserve to win because you didn't do it the way that the devs really intended it to do. Yeah. Oh, right, this place. How did I do this again? But not like that. Oh, maybe more of a diagonal, straight, straight to the right in the most scale of games. Yeah. No. What's the thing over there like that? I mean, did they want me to do a diagonal dash down? Huh. No. Then what? How am I supposed to face this freaking adversity? Oh, like that. I guess it's much better to just go one direction than diagonal. Just in this once kind of case. Oh. Oh, right. Nope. Jump off. And then die. I don't like being crouched. But I like getting berries. Oh, how was I supposed to do this again? Wasn't it like oh. Okay. Up, up, down, 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 up. Oh, right, I have to run. Up. There you go. God freaking damn it. That was the worst of times to get that. You know what? Yeah, it's a love lesson. It's the lesson of life. Even if you're not prepared for stuff to happen, it will happen and you have just to adapt to it. You have to get ready to get the shit in your face. And you don't get to complain. You get to enjoy being impaled into the ice spikes of life. Yeah. Because everything in life is subtle, subtly. And sometimes you have to wait for life to be a little more merciful? I didn't remember this. Thank you, Kim. Well, did I lose any berry down there? Probably. Do I care? Not much. Come on. I didn't expect to jump so much. Not animados. Do you want to sleep or something? She's complaining and then she's just making my bed again. Huh. Cloud, work with me. What am I waiting for? I'm destroying for Cloud again. Yeah, this is all a premeditated effort to making my content be a little more funny by making me woo, woohoo, haha, I dead. No, I don't dead. And now life is throwing me a snowball to the face, because, you know, it wasn't enough that it was just hard and the life was throwing me to the opposite direction of my own goal. No, life is never satisfied with making you a little uncomfortable with what is happening. Life wants to throw you a deadly, human-sized snowball to the face that will leave you with permanent leg and arm and maybe cranial damage. Because I was about to do some quote, but I think that is a little more safe and not safe for word than the usual stuff. It was something about someone who doesn't stop sucking or something like that. But you know what is the good part? You can dodge in adversity and use the snowball to your own advantage. Because if you jump on the snowball in the right timing, not like that, that was the cranial damage snowball. But like this, you can regain your height, you can go up again, and you can try stronger than ever. Or you can die, like me, you know, I think that most people will usually do. But every so often you will have a good time when you get through the wall in the most unexpected situation to help you climb the mountain that is life, giving you a little bit of self-assurance about your status in this world, about your self-worth, and you finally achieving the height, so life can start to give you a boost in the right direction. Maybe the current won't be enough to reach the places that you wanted to reach in life. You cannot expect life, this unpredictable beast, to care about that. You have to tame it and reach the end. Madeline, wake... Madeline, wake up! Hello, Tia. Hello, Tia. Maybe you do need a doctor. Nailed it. Tia, are you alright? Yeah. Just give me a sec. Maybe you need the wicks to fix the bones that you broke, but... A gondola! I've always wanted to ride one of these. Looks pretty old, but maybe it still works? I don't see any other way across this cousin. Girl, you can double jump, dash near. Let's do it. This lever looks important. You know, usually easy every time. I was probably a gondola operator in a past life. Yeah, if I just press a lever, I can probably do it too. Do you think this is safe? This thing is safe? I'm sure it's fine. How it shake out with Yoshiro? How it shake out with Yoshiro? Oh, how it plan out. How it went. You were right. I should have tried to help him. I hate to say I told you so, but... Yeah. I should have listened to you. You didn't get hurt. That's what matters. The air is so thin up here. I can barely breathe. What do you mean with thin air? I never understood that reference. Does that mean that you get like less oxygen, like when there is like a fire somewhere and then you're like probably. Okay, if we don't get a selfie on this thing, we are gonna regret it. I can't even see the ground through this mist. How high are we? I mean, maybe you are reaching Silent Hill, but let's panic in more positive. Ooh. What was that? Looks like we sold out. You are very calm for someone who is in a gondola that could probably be made by Aztecs. This is really bad. Maybe if I... Well, you're a gondola operator, right? Well, that's not good. Here we go, anxiety. No, this is not good. Madeline, you cool? Yeah, I just... No, I'm not cool. I can't breathe. You're having a panic attack. Well, do you think it's a good idea to write this stupid thing? Come on, don't take this out on me. Stay with me here. My grandpa taught me a trick on this. For this, close your eyes. Picture a feather floating in front of you. See it? Okay. Your breathing keeps that feather floating. Just breathe slow and steady, in and out. You know, this actually very much helps me when I am a little bit like that. I never get as bad as here, but sometimes I just get shut down when something just horrible happens, or, well, people start yelling. I am that kind of person that just shuts down when there is like a violent situation around and just tries to run away or just walks away without telling anyone, because I don't really care if other people think I am there or not when they start to get violent. And stuff like this helps a lot. See? Easy every time. I think that was very easy. Let's so when this gondola ride. Yeah. Feeling any better? I think so. Thanks for helping me calm down. Calm down. Do you know we're start moving again? Oh, I totally thought we were done for. Well, we don't know how to get down now, huh? Oh my god. Look at this selfie though. It's beautiful. Put a filter on it. Yeah, you know, a filter on it will totally short out the situation. It's always just worth a try. Oh, come on. Really? But I got everything to outside of the berries. Okay, short story. I was a kid. I went to the beach. There was a gondola. It was ancient. It sounded like crap. The metal wires were held by tape. It moved slowly. It made like I said, it made like a lot of noise. It looked like in a very rough shape, and it moved quite a lot. It also stopped midway, and I felt like I was going to die, just like this. So it hits a little close to home. Suffice to say, this game in its entirety hits close to home.